Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well. If you guys want to see how I got this spotlight eye with this very natural but heavy glam, it's not natural but heavy glam, I just lied, but if you want to see how I got this full glam, actually should I say, then please carry on watching as I show you guys how I achieved the eyes and the skin on this video. I just take the Fenty Beauty matchsticks in the shade Caramel, and I use it to carve out my brows and to cover the excess hair, making sure that I'm basically making my whole brow look neat. I mean, that's what you do, right, when you carve out your brows. So that's what I'm doing. I do the bottom and the top, and I'm using a really small detailed brush. This is like a cheap ass nail brush or something. I don't even know, guys. I think I got it from Poundland or I got it from eBay. I'm not even sure, but it was like the cheapest thing ever and I love it for carving out my brows. But yeah, so after I do that, I usually go into blending out the concealer using just a normal brush, and I think this one's from one of the Naked palettes. So look, I'm using a fluffy end just to blend it all out, make sure it's blended out evenly and there's no harsh lines. The next bit, I feel really bad because the next bit cut out, so I couldn't film like the bit where I applied my transition shade and stuff, but I literally applied Cocoa Bear transition shade from Makeup Geek, and then I went in with the shade Cherry Cola, just to blend out my transition shade a little bit, but I didn't go in with it too intense. I used a very light amount of it, and then I started going in with the shade I think it's called Tanlines from Makeup Geek as well, just to deepen that bit a little bit. And then I went in with the shade Bitten as well. I will list it all in the description box below for you guys as well. I know I always say I do and sometimes I don't, but I will this time. But yeah, so I'm literally just blending it out, and I'm using a MAC 217 to do that. Just like, yeah, making sure my crease is a little bit darker than the rest. So then I went into the Naked Heat palette and I used the shade Heat from the palette, which is a very deep kind of like burgundy color, which I really like. And then I used that and I made sure my outer corners and my crease with this color was a lot more defined, because I'm doing a spotlight eye, so that's how you will basically define your crease. And then I make sure it's all blended on the top and it's fading in nicely as well. I just basically go and reapply the color as much as I want it to be intense, like however intense I want it to be. Now I'm just highlighting my brow bone highlight from the lighter shade in that palette. I'm not sure of the names right now. I know this is such a failed voiceover, guys, but I will, and I promise I will leave it in the description box below for you guys, so make sure you check that out. Just blending it all together, making sure it's blended. So right now I'm just carving out my the middle of my eyelid, because I obviously want to do the spotlight eye. So I'm just using the Select Cover Up Concealer from MAC in NC35. I love to use this concealer as a base and to carve out any spotlight eye or any, you know, cut crease, whatever. And I'm just using it on a flat shader brush from MAC. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Then I go into the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Limited Edition palette, and I used the gold shade from that palette. I will leave the name in the description box again. Then I use the Heavy Metals Glitter, and then I go back into the Naked Heat palette and I use the darkest shade, I think it's the second to last shade on that palette. And I start deepening my outer corners with this and start blending it with the middle shade. So obviously for my skin, I'm going to go with my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 330, and then I mix it also with my ordinary foundation in the shade 3.1Y, I think. Yeah, I like it because the ordinary foundation doesn't make it so, like, it helps to give the dewiness. It doesn't make it so matte, because the Fenty foundation is really matte, and during the winter I like to have it slightly dewy skin, even though I powder and stuff, but I didn't want my skin to be too matte. But yeah, I'm just blending it out with a MAC 190 brush, I believe. Just making sure it's all blended out evenly. Guys, every time I do voiceovers, I always think I'm breathing so heavily. So yeah, I've just applied my concealer now. I used the Makeup Forever HD concealer. I'm blending it out with my beauty blender. As always, I used a bit too much concealer. I realised that after, but it doesn't matter because we worked with it. We just blend it out, you know, just had to blend. So just made sure it was all blended in. Then I went in with the Fenty Beauty Trios matchsticks again in the shade Truffle, and I used that shade to contour. Since I bought this contour shade, I've not used any of my other contour stuff, which is really bad, but I'm so in love with this shade, and I think it's the perfect shade for me when it comes to contouring, like cream contour. And I just love the effect it gives, like, guys, I just love it so much. So I'm just blending it out with the Real Techniques brush. Now I'm going to do my nose contour, but I use a smaller brush for that. It's from Real Techniques as well. Oh yeah, and then I start applying my translucent powder from Kat 1D, which is a really fine powder, and I really like it. But I don't really bake with it. I guess I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. I don't even know how to explain. I don't really bake with it as much, and sometimes, usually, I don't even bake at all. But yeah, so now I'm just doing my bronzer. I'm using Dark Deepest from MAC. I love this bronzer shade. I use it as a transition shade before I apply my contour shade. But yeah, just basically bronzing myself up and bringing some life back to me. Just wiping off that excess powder from underneath my eyes. So I didn't really bake with it for that long, and it wasn't that heavy. It's just a very subtle amount of powder. Oh yeah, and I hate foundation lips, guys. I cannot stand foundation lips. Like, I have to take it off halfway through. But yeah, so now I'm just applying my contour shade, and I'm using an actual foundation powder from Estee Lauder in the shade Deep Spice. And then I just spray myself with some Fix Plus and Charge water from MAC. And then I start tapping that in with a beauty blender. If your skin ever feels really dry, do that. Like, this is the best thing to do. It makes it feel more moisturized. And then I just go in with So Hollywood highlighter from MAC. No, I just lied. That's false information, guys. I got use my So Hollywood highlighter illuminator from Anastasiabeverlyhills. Guys, this is like the shittest voiceover ever, but I don't know, man. I feel like every time I do voiceovers, I mess up, but I'm not perfect, you know. So I don't know. Just I'm gonna upload it regardless. But yeah, I'm just highlighting all the highest points of my face where everything I basically want it to be highlighted. Yeah. So then I use the lip liner from Urban Decay called Night Talk. Oh my god, this lip liner is badass. I love this lip liner, and I love this lip combo as well. I go in with Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in Girlfriend. I love this shade. It's like my favorite nude after Venus and Trendsetter. Since I've bought this one, I've not even touched Venus or Trendsetter, which is quite bad, but yeah, I've replaced it, guys. So here's the finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share with your family and friends, as it would mean so much to me. Also, don't forget to leave your ideas on what you'd like me to film next on the comment section below, and make sure you follow me on my Instagram, which is called elsharma56. Be sure to check out the description box for more details of the products and my social media and everything like that, and I will check you guys in my next video. Bye.